What's up, guys? I'm going to talk to you about 5 ways to improve your client experience. Like in the day and age where every lead you get is gold, you do not want to squander your opportunity that comes from those leads. And when you think about, like, okay, how can I improve my client's experience through the whole process so that I don't squander the opportunity or let anything fall through the cracks or leave gaps open for a less than a 5-star experience for my customers. The first thing that you want to think about is when you're looking at how to close those potential bad experiences or close those gaps where clients could have a bad experience. First thing you want to do is like, okay, should I even be optimizing this or should I just eliminate the problem to begin with? For instance, like let's say that I struggle to answer my phone. I'm an owner operator contractor. I struggle to make sure every call gets answered because I'm out on the job site running equipment, etc. Plus, I got a bunch of spam calls coming through. So when my phone rings, I'm like, "Well, is that even a spam? Is that just a spam call?" So I may not even be wanting to answer. So you go through this whole process of building out one of those phone systems where, hey, press 1 for sales, press 2 for support, blah blah blah, on your business phone number, in the pursuit of optimizing your system so that when your phone does ring, it's much higher chance that it actually is a real prospect. Okay, that's an example of optimizing something. What if we just eliminate the problem? What if instead of that, we just go and find a person to answer our phones through all business hours? They're not in the field running equipment where your phone or your notepad is in the truck 100 yards away. Rather, it's someone professional sitting there at the desk, ready to take the information, set expectations for the next step in the process, and give the client a very professional experience. Eliminate the problem rather than optimize for something that shouldn't even exist in the first place. 5 things that I have seen be very, very important in improving client experience, closing gaps is, first of all, that example I just gave you, making sure that you have a professional lead intake process. Someone that knows what they're doing, can talk to customers, can check for whether they're a good fit or not, and establish the next step. Secondly, make sure you have a clearly defined sales process. If your sales process lives in your head, not going to be a good client experience. Ideally, you'd have your client experience, your sales process mapped out in clear steps. It's on your website. It's in all your communication so that when the person that's answering the phones is taking in the information from a new lead, they're just running them through that process, establishing the next step, and have it clearly defined and mapped out and written and documented and have it on your website. And then when the phone does ring, make sure that that's exactly the process you're following. Number 3, is a prompt and speedy proposal creation process. So many of you lose the job, not because you're more expensive, not because blah, 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 but because it took you forever to get the proposal back. So instead of going home with a to-do list to generate that next, the proposal and tell the client I'll get back to you next Friday or whatever, speed up your proposal creation process and get that proposal in their hands before you even leave the driveway from your original consultation and go home with either a check or a no. You want to go for that. If you're going to get a no, you want to get that no as quickly as possible. Now, granted, if you're doing big multi-6-figure projects, that can be not tenable because of engineering and design and all of that. But for most of you doing sub $100,000 projects for your client base, totally feasible. Number 4, set clear expectations for scheduling. Let the client know exactly what's going to happen next, and don't overpromise and then or over communicate and then have to go and clean things up later. And what I mean by that is it's July now. Don't tell a customer, "Oh yeah, we're going to be at your place. Your start date's September 25th," and then rain happens, delays happen, etc. And so you're like, "Oh, now it's September 28th. Oh wait, we just had something happen, so now it's September 15th." Kill all that. Instead, just say, "Hey, it's September, looking like late September. We'll call you a few days ahead of time with an exact start date." That's how you handle it. So you're not like creating all this communication noise. And lastly, number 5, set clear expectations for invoicing. Let the client know at the time of signing that proposal exactly what to expect for proposal, aka down payment required to get on the schedule, a second payment required to start at the time that materials are on the job site, final payment required before the job, at the day the job is done. Do not ever let anything out in the open, meaning like open to interpretation, because if you will, they'll do that. Set the clear line in the sand ahead of time so that when that line in the sand is crossed, you have full kind of something to reference back to call the issue up and not be like a vague issue. You don't want to create drama, then it just kind of gets drug out. Be super clear all the way up front about what your expectations are around proposal creation. That's it. Use these 5 tips to improve the client experience in your business, close those gaps, and remember, first, before optimizing the problem, see if you can eliminate the problem. Cheers.